All right, welcome. It's episode 2 of Plumbing Around. I'm Scott with Temecula Winnelson. And today, Plumbing Around, where in life and plumbing shit happens. Today we're here with Ivan. I can never say your last name. Can you please say it for me?
Lodeshan.
Lodeshan, yes. I don't know why.
I know. It's an uncommon name.
I don't know. I just have a hard time with it.
Yeah.
From Rinko Sales.
Yes, sir.
And what is Rinko Sales?
Renco Sales is short for Reynolds Company. A guy by the name of Mr. Reynolds, I forget his first name. My apologies. It was back in 1974 it started.
Sorry, Mr. Reynolds.
Yeah, I know, right? And then George Vandercriff wound up taking it over. Of course, we had some lines that started out running LK. Or LK was one of the first lines that started Renco Sales. And
real quick, so Rinko Sales, that's good information. I didn't know that.
Yes.
The backstory. But it's a manufacturer's rep.
Yes, that's correct.
So you
yeah.
rep certain lines.
Yeah, we rep manufacturers.
Yeah,
all over the U.S. and all over other countries too as well. China,
really?
Europe too as well.
Why haven't you taken me there?
Yeah, I know, right? I'll take you to. You still want to go to the Bears game? I know that for a fact.
Yeah, buddy.
In Chicago, so
hey, if
I'll try and set that up.
I
know. I'll try to set that up. But as far as that's concerned, George Vandergriff took it over. We actually have a whole story piece in the Plumbing Wholesale Times, I believe it's called. We have a whole story running in that. Gives you the whole back history of
this month.
When Renco, I think it was last month in August, if I'm not mistaken. That issue, August or September, I believe. So we and of course we're 24 employees right now, representing 20 different product lines, and everything from plumbing to industrial to Division 10 as well. Division 10 being partitions, accessories, and bathrooms.
Thank you.
And then we again also
it sounds like a
equipment.
secret agent.
Yeah,
like an agency or so. It's we're gonna have to go to Division 10.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, different divisions in plumbing too as well. Division 15, 22, 10. Yeah,
don't show off how much smarter you are than me.
I'm not. You know what? I'm not smart. This is all I just remember. I look at a page. I'm like an actor. I look at a page and I'm like, okay, that's it right there. So yeah. We represent many different products and manufacturers from the U.S. and around the world. And, again, going back to reiterating, 1974, Brian and Alice run the company. Their CEO, Brian Wright, he's the VP of sales. I'm the sales manager. Funny thing is we never really talk about our titles either. I know for the longest time, you didn't even know what my title was. You asked me one day.
You were Ivan.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm a sales guy. That's it. I'm out there. I talk. Converse with people. That's what I like to do. Problem solver, pretty much. Consultant.
Absolutely. I'm president, so you can call me Mr. President if you'd like during
Mr. President
during
Thornton.
this conversation. Yes,
President Thornton. Thank you. So I mean, what's funny is a lot of people don't know that as well. They finally realized 2 or 3 years later, you're a sales manager for Renco. I was like, yeah. They're like, why don't you tell me? Because I don't advertise that.
You moved into that role about 3 years ago? 2 years ago?
2018.
Really? Was it that long ago?
It was funny. It was a funny meeting.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure I could tell it is that, we just came into a room and it was a hierarchy that we needed. And, we just came into the room, we discussed it, and we're like, okay, do you want to be sales manager? I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take on the role. I have no problem with that. And then Brian Wright, he became our VP of sales, moved up, all through, of course, merit as well. We all both did a great job, and that's how we both got the position and the title. And we just, we've been going strong ever since. So, that's.
So obviously they didn't talk to me beforehand.
No. I mean, we would have, but you decided to go work for Winnelson.
Yeah, true. Well, I mean, just about, your productivity and customer service. It's a joke. You're awesome.
I appreciate it.
So I've known you, 16 years, I want to say.
Has it been that long?
Yeah. I mean, when I started at Express Pipe back in 2008.
Yes.
You would come in there, and I think you were kind of newer then.
Mm-hmm.
Sales rep for then, and
you're right.
Yeah,
because I've been working with Renco for 17 years. I've been in the industry for 24.
Yeah. Where'd you start?
I started working for a company. So So it's funny because I used to deliver pizzas for Pizza Hut in Riverside.
I love
And
pizza.
then one day I got tired of working weekends and all this other stuff. And so an acquaintance of mine said, hey, do you want to come do plumbing? And I was like, yeah, sure. What do I got to do? And it beats working at Pizza Hut. So, yeah, no. And so it was a company called Horizon Plumbing. And they did single family homes. They also did custom homes, and they did some light commercial work like mini malls, strip malls, stuff like that. And so I worked in the prefab area and doing, gluing ABS fittings with pipe, soldering shower valves, running Rothenberger machines for gas piping, stuff like that. Prefab, you throw it on a bundle, wrap it up, mark it, and then they send it out to these single family homes. And so I did that for 3.5 years. And then finally, I almost got my hand taken off by a Rothenberger machine.
Yes.
Pipe threader. Yeah. Almost got my hand taken off by one of those.
That's why we don't do that at Temecula Winnelson.
Yeah,
because
dude, those things are mean, man.
Yeah.
If you don't respect them, yeah, they'll take a chunk of something off of you.
And my team is great, and they're fun, and they will get distracted and lose a finger, and that I don't want.
Yeah, you can. I mean, again, you have to use it properly, of course. If you don't respect it, man, it's just like a turbo torch or whatever, to that effect. When you're soldering, you can burn yourself. But with that being said, I go, do I want to do this at 40? I was like, not really. And so I decided to go into wholesale, work for Todd Pipe and Supply Riverside. Did that, original Todd Pipe. Became a warehouse supervisor for night shift. Did the one in Omani, came back to the Riverside one, and then that got sold to Home Depot. And I was like, I really don't want to work for Home Depot. So I'd rather just, Slakey Brothers, that was an opportunity. They were a wholesale house from Northern California. They came down, opened up a warehouse. One of the roughest economies, I guess, at that time was 2008. And we all know what happened in 2008. So I jump shipped over there because it was profit sharing, or not profit sharing. What's the ESOP? Employee owned. Employee owned.
Right.
Which
shares.
Which was very lucrative to me. I was like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and do that. But again,
did you buy like a top hat like the guy from Monopoly?
I did actually. I had the monocle too as well.
Yeah, I like it.
And so, anyways, as time progressed, it was a tough market and the economy was just still garbage and got laid off. And then I was like, you know what? I want to do manufacturer's rep. I want to try that. So one of the guys from Renco goes, yeah, we got a position open. I think you'd be perfect. And I was like, okay, cool. So I did 3 years in the office. The owner, George, brought me into the office and he's like, man, you know how to talk to customers. You're knowledgeable. Why don't you do outside sales? And I was like, I just laughed at him. I was like, yeah, I ain't going outside sales. I'm going to get dressed up in slacks and a button-up shirt and have some guy yell at me because it's not my fault that his stuff didn't show up on a job site.
You do look handsome in slacks and a shirt,
I do,
though.
don't I?
Yes.
I used to wear button-up shirts. Now I wear my Renco shirt, so.
The older you get, you
you got a
kind
point.
of slack a little bit. But
Well, I bought my shirts extra large so I can hide the flabbiness. So
I can't anymore, damn it.
So anyway, he goes, okay, I promise. You go out, do the outside sales for 6 months. If you don't like it, come back in, keep your pay, whatever, because I'm going to give you a pay rate. And I was like, okay, fine. So I did it. I did it for a week with some of the guys, and I was like, all right, I'm never going back inside again.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, he changed my mind into going out on the road and did it. And, from 2007 is when I started there, and then December 2007, and then 2010 stayed inside, and then 2010 to, again, 2018 became the sales manager and been there ever since. Graduated CPMR, which is certified plumbing manufacturer's rep.
Okay.
So you go to school for 3 years in Austin, Texas, and it's a brutal course. I'm gonna be honest with you, but it's very educational. You take a semester worth of education at the University of Austin, Texas, and you cram it into 4.5 days, and you got to take a test on Friday.
Yeehaw. Yikes.
Dude, I think I broke out in hives on my three. Seriously, I think I did on 301 class, because you have a 101 class, a 201 class, and then you have a 301 class. 301 class is a beast, and I think I broke out in hives because I was just so nervous and agitated about taking the test and passing. You know,
But you
'cause-
passed.
Yeah, I did. You're right. I did.
Now you're a stud, right?
Yeah, I did. I got my
Yeah.
certificate and hangs on my wall. University of Austin, Texas, CPMR.
I haven't been
Love it.
invited to that office, but okay.
I said it hangs in my house.
I haven't been invited to your house.
All right, come over to my house.
Have you been to my house?
I have been to your house.
okay.
Been to your house a couple of times.
All right, I'm just saying.
I
But
know.
okay.
Have you over for dinner.
Please,
I
all
know.
right.
I promise. I'll
right.
do that. So yeah, I went there and then just haven't looked back ever since. Just doing what I do. So I love it. Actually, you drive all over the place and visit new and interesting people. Manage a team as well. So you're dealing with always.
Probably.
Well, you're always
Yeah,
dealing with different personalities too as well. So
Yeah. And again, love my team. Think they're great.
yeah, I love them.
Doesn't mean I don't want to punch them in the face some days, but they're awesome. Yeah. So
yeah. No, they're great. Every time I walk in there, I talk to those guys first. So I talk to those guys.
well, and I would tell you, you are one of the best reps I've ever worked with. You're responsive. You're helpful. You like actually give a shit about your job.
Yeah.
And helping people.
No, I appreciate
and
that, man. Thanks.
You're personable. I get along with you. I consider you a friend.
No, you're. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
like I've never been to
100%.
your house, but I still consider you a friend. And I appreciate you and all the hard work that goes into it because, like you said, you get yelled at for a bunch of stuff that has 9 times out of 10 nothing to do with you or your team that they did.
Yeah, as you get more, I guess, experienced in this line of work, you learn how to handle hotheads, or you learn how to handle, talk to people, and all they want is their problem to be solved. That's it. There's an issue that arose. Can you solve this? Yes, I can, and I'm going to do the best I can to get you that solution as best I can.
Well, I can't even tell you how many times you've gone out to a customer job site and looked at something that they're having problems with and either fixed it on the spot or got the proper parts or whatever they needed to get the job going. So
yeah,
kudos to you.
Thank you, sir.
You're pretty good.
Appreciate it.
You're all right. Don't let it go to your head.
I try. I try not to.
I know that's. Rinko Sales. What products do you guys have? What lines? I mean, I know of a few of them. I'm sure I don't know them all. But
So right now, standing our longest, or I say our oldest line would be Chicago Faucets. Been around since we've had them since 1981.
Right, they're pretty well known. They're a great product.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they're phenomenal. I mean, Chicago is. I mean, if you want to look at the top of commercial faucets, I mean, the one word I can give Chicago, if you were to actually put a name on it, is like interchangeability. Just all the stuff you can do with Chicago, just one faucet, and you can change handles, cartridges, spouts, whatever, when it comes to those faucets as well.
Durable, reliable.
Yeah.
All that comes to mind.
What's funny is I tell people, yeah, we got a lifetime warranty on the brass. They're like, no, you don't. I was like, yeah, we do.
That never fails, really. It's,
Yeah.
cartridges. Like we have school districts come in and they're always like, oh, love Chicago because we just swap out this cartridge and this or that or this. And yeah, they
Exactly.
love it.
I got a guy who, and I'll just tell a quick story here. I had a guy who repped Chicago, New York. We were in Texas at an ISOMET meeting. That's how I got to know the guy.
You're throwing out all these acronyms.
Sorry, ISOMET is a gas shutoff panel that we also rep, by the way.
Okay, I thought it was a planet from Star Wars.
No, sorry about that. So it was we saw the guy. We talked to the guy in New York, and he proceeds to tell us a story.
Forget about it.
Yeah, he said forget about it. I'll put you in the trunk. Retell the story. No, I'm kidding. So he proceeds to tell the story about how he had this old rundown building, and on the wall was Chicago faucets from 1920s. And so the building owner wanted those faucets. And he goes, hey, I want those faucets. I don't want to throw them out.
Yeah.
And the Chicago rep's like, hey, I mean, we don't do that, but get them replated. The brass inside should be good. Get them replated and throw them back on the wall, and let's see if they can fire them up, So that's what the guy did. He ripped them off the wall, got them replated, got them checked out, threw them back on the wall, took a cartridge right off the assembly. This is 2011 when he told us the story. took the cartridge off the wall, threw it into the faucet, turned on the water, everything worked fine.
Wow.
It was a faucet from 1920s, and it fired right up.
That's awesome.
I was like,
We sell those, by the way.
Yes, you guys
We're
do.
a Chicago distributor.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys do. And again,
We have one in our bathroom.
Oh yeah, the 606. I
come,
gave you.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Come use our bathroom. Take a piss.
I am going to. Anytime I need to stop off, baby. So
What else do you have? What
we
other
also have
lines?
Bradley
Yeah.
as well. Bradley's a great company.
I have a Bradley story.
Go ahead. What's up?
So we've bought Bradley products before.
Yes, you have, sir.
We're a distributor, not stocking, but
Mhm.
And you showed me this is probably a couple years ago, and I thought it was a great product, but it's like a soap dispenser, the faucet, and the hand dryer all in one, and it's got like a platform that ladies can put their purses on and stuff. I saw one in a Denny's this morning, first time ever. I'm like, that is amazing. I'm like, I almost took a picture of it, but I didn't have my phone to send to you. Liven, check that out.
Well, you know what's funny is we also did them for Jack in the Boxes too. If you go to a Jack in the Box, any new ones that were built, or any new ones that were built, about 3 years ago, we have some of those. I think the one you saw was an Advocate. Was it a gray? Had a gray platform?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was darker gray.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the Advocate. We discontinued that. Now we have a thing called I know.
There goes the whole story.
I know.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
I work with me.
Well, what's funny is that we have a
Ivan.
thing called a wash bar, which is similar to what you're talking about.
Okay.
Well, no, actually, it's the same exact thing. It's just a different style. It's a chrome, but we switched to that because we can get that in 6 different finishes. Brushed black stainless is like our most popular. Then we get to the brushed nickel. Then we get to a bronze, and we have 3 other colors as well. But we have it in 2 different versions. We have it in a handlebar version on the wash bar. Then we also have it in a boomerang version, which sits in one hole, but then it has this. It pops out and then kind of goes like this. And we got them installed in a lot of places too, as well. Because
wineries, we're coming to see you.
Yeah.
I think they'd be great for you.
You know what? And it would look very beautiful in a winery too, as well. Especially those. It doesn't matter if it's high end or mid end, whatever. It doesn't matter what type of winery you have. Yes, you can put it in those type of aspects, and it'll match any type of bathroom accessory that you might want to pair up, as far as interior design as well.
So I'm an idea guy, right?
Okay.
I come up with ideas.
Yeah.
I just had a brilliant idea, like Starsky and Hutch,
Okay.
or Thelma and Louise, Scott and Ivan. On the wine tour. And we're just
Do you have a Gran
gotta get a
Torino we can
convertible
drive?
though, or some cool muscle car.
That's what I'm
and just come
saying.
screeching into the parking lots.
Starsky and Hutch had a Gran Torino. If you can get one, go
Those
rent
are
one or
cool.
whatever. You got a buddy who has
Well,
one?
hey.
I have no problem putting the sideboards on.
You're a sales manager.
You think I can
Make it
find one?
happen. Come
I
on.
can find one.
All right.
I use a guy who can get things.
All right. All right. I'll try to stop interrupting you, but I'm really good at that. What else you guys have? There's Bradley, great product too.
Yeah, Bradley, Chicago. We also have RWC as well. RWC being Reliance Worldwide Corporation.
Yeah, they got a lot of lines.
Dude, man, these guys are massive. I mean, they're based out of Australia. That's their main corporate.
I've been there.
And
A year ago
you told me that.
this week, I was in Australia.
How was Australia? If you don't mind, just real quick. If you know.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I've never been there.
Beautiful. I was probably 20 feet away from some kangaroos, just out in the wild. That was pretty crazy. Super friendly people.
Right.
Culturally diverse. I mean, so many different cultures there.
Right.
Yeah, it was great. I highly recommend.
What part of Australia? What city?
Sydney.
Sydney. Okay.
And I can't remember the other name.
Did you see the Opry? Were you able to?
I did. I
Okay.
went. I went to it, and with my friend Jessica,
Okay.
we went and saw a play there, a Shakespeare play.
No
Don't ask
kidding.
me which one, but it was
No,
very
that's
funny.
fine.
They sang.
Is it nice
It was.
inside? I mean,
Yeah.
it
Oh
just-
yeah.
Okay.
So I thought it was just one huge theater,
Right.
but it's a bunch of little ones with one main one. So we were off on one of the
okay.
side ones. But yeah, it's beautiful. I took a ferry, got a little seasick
Yeah.
across the bay, and came super close to it. I'll send you some pictures. It was.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
you should go.
I-
It's amazing.
I know I should go, right?
Yeah,
I should.
yeah. Everybody should go.
If I can get out of the house. If I
Yeah.
can- No, I'm kidding.
You've got wife and kids, so you should go.
Yeah, I know, man. Tell me about it. But RWC, going back to that, yeah, it's Shark Bite, push to connect fittings, or were their first ones
Shark
on the
Bite,
market. Hold Dry being the pipe supporters. Everything from plastic to copper ones, dude. Everybody knows Holt, right? I mean, everything from the earthquake straps to the water heater stands and stuff like that, or the water heater stands and enclosures,
Yep.
stuff like that. We also have the little point of use mixing valves as well. On top of that, so those are pretty much some of the major lines. McGuire as well, P traps, angle stops. On top of that, some of you guys also do stock the gas tight as well for the flexible CS2C.
Yep. Absolutely.
Piping. Yeah. So, I mean, again, we have many major lines out there on the market for you guys. Oasis being one of the biggest ones that we took on, which is the bottle filling stations. And we actually were, I don't know if
A ton of schools.
And I don't know if I told you this in a meeting.
You're pointing at me and making me nervous.
I'm telling you. I can give you the
Are you from New York?
I can give you the fist. I can give you this.
Yay.
The old Italian thing. We're the very first. We're the only one right now with an outdoor filter.
Oh yeah. You did show me that.
Everybody's filters. It has to remain indoors, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
We have NSF actual approval of an outdoor filter.
Marietta School District was very interested in that.
And we have the pedestals to put the outdoor filter in, and then we have outdoor bottle fillers that are no electricity. You can just mount on the wall, hook a water line up to it, drain it to a dry well. You don't have to drain with it. You just hook it up to a dry well or something like that, where you just dump into a bed of rocks or dirt or whatever, and throw your outdoor filter. Boom, done. It's inexpensive, and you guys don't have to do a lot of stuff with electricity or anything like that. So
nice.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, you've got some great lines. And
yeah,
we you know where you can get some of those?
Where?
Temecula, Winnelson.
Really? Never heard
true.
of it.
If you're plumbing around.
Never heard of it. Okay.
Oh man. So what are some things in the industry today that you're seeing that plumbers or people in general should know about?
Oh man. Anything specific, or you just
No, just I mean from a manufacturer's rep perspective, things coming down the line, or any law changes coming up that you guys have heard about, because you guys hear about it before a lot of people.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, major law changes. We reps, not just me, of course, all the reps in Southern California, of course. If you do your homework and you pay attention, we're the first ones to find out about AB 1953, the low lead law, 0.25%, and then we just had this past July of 2023, the AB 100 come out, so we had to comply with it, even a lower lead standard on faucets and stuff like that. You couldn't sell anything in here without that special Q code on it. That was pretty crazy. But as far as Title 24, you had all those code changes and everything. But as far as anything new, we haven't heard anything come down the pipeline as far as any major changes so far. As far as the plumbing industry is concerned, or at least I haven't seen anything yet. I mean, shit, somebody could have posted something right now, and by the time we're done with this, it could be
or by
launched.
the time this comes out. Yeah.
Exactly, by the time it launches. So at this time, no. I mean, this date and time, no. I haven't seen anything come out yet.
Way to add to the show. Thanks, man.
Yeah, I know,
appreciate
man.
it.
I know. But as far as the industry is concerned, I mean, we like to concentrate on new products coming out, something that's going to benefit the plumbing industry as well. And I mean, you're seeing all over the place. I mean, even right down the street that way, multifamily housing going up too as well. All that's going up.
Yeah.
Just because of the housing market, it's funny because we were at the Contractors Collaboration last week, Monday, at the Black Gold golf course. And we had a table there. And you can see it on our LinkedIn too, all the stuff we had up there. And so we had all the builders there, Meritage Homes, Lennar, Shea Homes, and we were just asking them, hey, what are you guys seeing in the industry? And we like to talk to those guys because those are the guys, the purchasers, the guys who are looking at all the books, crunching the numbers, all this other stuff. And they're like, yeah, I mean, some of the economists are correct, and they're saying, yeah, there is a home shortage. But guess what? People are buying homes, even with the high interest rates out there. And it's funny because some of these builders actually got into multifamily. Guys you never even thought of, like Lennar, they got into multifamily because they just saw what's happening with the trend and everything. Some people are buying homes, some aren't, and they just kind of want to hang back and save their money. So they just rent an apartment, and multifamily is where it's at. And then you have the newer generation, Gen Z. What we're seeing is that
Do you have a timeline on them? Because I never understand all those.
You can Google it, and
Gen
people
Z.
just give you
Google?
different timelines. I mean, some I've seen. So Gen X, some say it's 1980 or 1979. Because I'm a Gen Xer.
All right.
I fall into the Gen X. I'm the guy we were the people who weren't supposed to get out alive or live beyond 30, which is funny because we're all still alive. So we laugh.
You're older than 30.
I know, I'm 44. Thank you for pointing that out. So Gen Zers, yeah, it just depends on who you're talking to. It's your late 20s, early 30s generation, that type, who are just, who want that work, play, stay type of deal where they build this huge apartment complex, condominiums, whatever you want to call it. And then right there, they have all the shopping centers right there. And then, they can work from their home or whatever. And they don't have a car. They have the little scooters or whatever, and yeah, I don't know, little bird scooters. And so
little e-bike.
Yeah, the e-bike or whatever. Yeah, that. And so that's just what they want to do. And that's kind of what the late Gen Zers, that's what they want to do. And that's what some people are looking at.
I do want a Vespa.
You want a Vespa?
I kind of do.
Really?
I'd feel very Italian and
like the
Vespa.
Like a real Vespa?
Yeah.
Or like a gas-powered Vespa? Or is it electric?
Gas.
Gas? Okay.
I'm old, man.
I thought they made electric Vespas.
I don't know.
Oh.
I figured you knew since you asked that question.
My daughter crashed on one of those little electric bikes.
A Vespa?
Not a Vespa. It was, it was one of those little electric
You're not a very
bikes.
good dad letting your daughter just go on a Vespa.
No, it wasn't a Vespa. It was one of these little electric bikes back in 2021. It was the 4th of July week. And she crashed and scraped her knee, but she's fine.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't lose a leg or anything.
No.
All right, good.
No.
Were the police involved?
No, police weren't involved.
Okay.
We just put a Band-Aid over and go outside
Grab
and
some
play.
dirt on it. Damn it.
Exactly.
Get out of it. Yes.
Yeah, I'm that Gen X dad that's like, dude, unless it's bleeding or broken, don't bother me.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right. Well, I would say I'd like to ask you about sports.
Okay.
Where are you from originally?
So
You got a couple places. Yeah.
Where was I born? Okay, so I was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
Victory Hospital.
Yeah.
They tore that down 25 years ago,
nothing to
24
me.
years ago. I know it means nothing to you.
From New York.
I know it does. I'm just giving you a
All
little
right.
background.
Thank you. Yeah. I care about you. So
yeah, thank you very much. I could see in your eyes. I could see in your, right now.
So that makes you a Yankees fan.
Correct.
And they're in the World Series. Are you excited? What are your feelings right now? Because they're going up against a Dodger team that is the local team around here.
Man. I'm a little worried about their pitching. It's going to get they're going to both run through the bullpen in 5 games, I think. And then it's going to come down to batting. It's really they're going to run through their bullpen. Again, it's going to be game 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know who's going to win because it's going to be a tough one.
You got to make a prediction, though.
A prediction, I think game 6. Game 7, I'll be shocked. But I think game 6 will be the final decider. And I think it's going to come down to the bullpen. Whoever runs out of gas first and the bats get hot, that's what's going to happen, to be honest with you.
But, right, you got to be sick. I don't hear you saying Yankees in 6.
I could say Yankees in 6, but I don't want to be disappointed.
You are not a fan at all. I can't even believe.
No,
you know who's going to win the World Series? The Chicago Bears. Go Bears.
You mean the Super Bowl?
No, I mean they'll win the World Series first and then go win the Super Bowl because they're that damn good.
You're right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The 85 Midway Bears.
They're going to bring back the team. And yes.
Yeah. Look, I'm a true fan, and I look at everything as a realist. And to say that's going to be tough for the Yankees, yes, it's going to be tough for them. This isn't like, they got beat in 1981 when he had Fernando Valenzuela on the Dodgers.
R.I.P.
Yeah, he did. He did pass away Tuesday, right? 3 days ago? 2 days ago?
Yeah.
But as far as this World Series is concerned, I'm rooting for them, but I'm not like saying, oh yeah, they're going to win it. It's going to be tough. Had they faced the Mets, that would have been okay. That would have had a better percentage, favorability. But this is like a 50-50, man.
Yeah, Dodgers pitching has been good in the playoffs for sure.
I mean, it did take them. They did go 4 games against the Mets, 4-2, and of course the Yankees were able to dispatch the Guardians. I knew they would at either 4-0 or 4-1. They always beat the Guardians whenever they play them too as well. So, but this is going to be a tough series.
It is. I would like a thank you from the Yankees and every other American League team that made the playoffs, because my team, the Chicago White Sox, have now set a record for losses in Major League Baseball history, which makes me sad, which means I didn't pay attention to baseball.
They have not. Hey, look, if you're still celebrating 2005.
Painful. Yes, I am.
2005, man. It was only the last time they won it.
I'm from Illinois, so we celebrate 85 Bears, right?
So was that I have to ask, you being in Chicago, was that what made you decide on the White Sox and the Cubs? I mean, maybe it's...
my wife is a Cubs fan.
Okay.
I'm a real baseball fan, so I like the Chicago White Sox. Yeah. My dad was a Cubs fan. My mom was a Sox fan, so I guess I was a mama's boy.
Okay.
I don't know. I liked Chet Lemon and George Orta.
Okay.
Bucky Dent.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know what really... Their uniforms were kind of cool.
Right.
So...
Yeah, the old school White Sox, they were nice. Yeah. And
then the 80s when we had the shorts, that was... Who does that? We're the only team ever. So we're the worst team in baseball history and the only team to wear shorts during games.
Well, it's
how could you not be a fan?
Fun fact about the Yankees, they never had a mascot until the 90s. I think it was the late 80s. And they did have a mascot for a couple of years, and the mascot kept getting beat up by the Yankee fans. So I'm 100% dead serious.
Right.
I'm 100%.
Or Philadelphia,
I believe it was the 80s, and the mascot kept getting stuff thrown at him, beat up. New York's tough. So, and then they dissed the mascot, and they haven't had one ever since.
Do you want to touch on the Jets at all, or?
Fine.
That Devontae. I mean.
It's still not
getting the team back together.
I know, but it's still not going to get him out of the hole, dude.
All right.
They let Robert Saley go. I was on a plane flight to Wisconsin. I look, and I was like, oh, they fired Saley. All right.
Well, you knew that was going to happen.
I knew it was. But yeah. Aaron Rodgers.
Are you looking forward to anything else during the football season? You think Jets are going to come back?
I'm not hopeful.
Yeah, either.
Really, I'm not.
And honestly, seriously, as a Bears fan, anything bad that happens to Aaron Rodgers, I'm not sad.
I know, because he was Packers. I get it. I get it.
You don't own us anymore, Aaron Rodgers.
But what's funny is we beat the Patriots now, so I'm always stoked about that. Every time we play them, we do beat them, so I'm glad.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
That era is over, and I knew it was going to be over soon. I knew it was going to be over, but I'm glad it's over. But
yeah, I think every other team in football is glad it's over.
No kidding, dude. That was a nightmare, man. Now you got to deal with Kansas City. So.
And nothing but respect, right? I mean, holy cow, what they did.
Every time when that Tom Brady, Bill Belichick era would go off and the Jets would play them, it was like our own Super Bowl. Every time the Jets would beat them, I'm like, yeah, dude, okay, I don't care about the rest of the season. It's those 2 games. That's all I cared about, really, because I already knew that the Jets were kind of lacking in that department when they were going against the Patriots. Because the Patriots would win the division pretty much hands down every year. I
heard they were pretty good.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. 6 Super Bowls, so can't beat that.
No.
Yeah.
So back, I don't know, I was in my 20s. And it was probably in the 90s. Maybe I was in my 30s. I don't know. I can't remember. I went to a function, and they had some Bears players there, so we had dinner, and then we got them to sign stuff afterwards, right? Cool. And I'm in line, and Curtis Conway there, former wide receiver for the Chicago Bears.
Right.
And I was like, Curtis, man, if you guys go 2-14 and beat the Packers twice, that's a winning season. So you need to get that shit done, right?
That's what I said about that.
And he just looks at me, shakes his head. It's like, Bears fans. That's all he said to me.
That's what he said?
Bears fans.
No way.
Yeah.
That's freaking funny, dude.
Go Bears. All right.
That's awesome.
Family man?
Yes. Yeah, I got one of those. All
right. Yeah. Married, kids?
Yeah, married, wife, 2 kids as well. I got
there was kind of a surprise there, right? I mean,
oh my God.
I mean, it's a good story. Why wouldn't?
Yeah,
it is
a good.
Beautiful
and a lot of people
wife,
know this
wonderful
story.
little daughter.
Yeah, a lot of people.
You're like, hey man, that's probably enough. We don't want to mess with perfection, right? You had the perfect little family.
We had 3. I mean, a triangle is,
Right, yeah.
strong, is a strong shape. But yeah, we had our daughter in 2012. If it happens, it happens. We were in that type of stage where, and we've been traveling too as well, enjoying life, and we, if it happens, it happens. Okay, great. So we had our daughter in 2012. Time progressed, and are we gonna have another one? Yeah, whatever. And then so
Decided to take care of some business, right?
That, yes, but, and I'll tell that in a minute,
All
but
right.
I get home from my last CPMR class in 2022, and my wife goes, hey, I got to show you something. I was like, oh, great, what did you break now? I'm thinking. And
Can
so,
we go
and
a
it
couple
was,
days?
It's joke.
Yes,
She knows
not
I
really.
love her very much. And so she goes, showed you 2 pregnancy sticks. I'm like, no way. There's no way. And so she goes, and I go, okay, I'm going to go get blood work. Okay. And so
You had things taken care of so that wouldn't happen, right?
2018, I had it taken care of.
Did you have a milkman? Pool guy?
You know what? I didn't think about that stuff. All I thought was, oh crap. I was thinking, oh crap, is this actually happening? And so she goes, I'll go get blood work done. Okay, let's go get blood work done. Fine. And I'm in the bathroom, and freaking, she goes, I'm pregnant. I'm like, no way. I'm just thinking, no way. There's no freaking way. I got this damn procedure done. It hurt like hell. I don't want to hear about how I have swimmers.
How it was worthless.
And she goes, you know what? Why don't you get checked out? I was like, okay, I'll get checked out. So I did. 2 weeks later, I get the results, and I'm like looking at it. I'm like, what the hell does this mean? So I had to call the doctor. I was like, hey, I don't understand these results. What's going on here? He goes, yeah, you see that number 5 right there? I'm like, yeah.
It's Ismet.
And I go, huh?
It's Ismet.
Yeah, no, I thought he was going to have some like candles and crystals and stuff like that. And I was like, and so he goes, see that number 5 right there? I'm like, on your report? I was like, yeah, I see it. He goes, yeah, you got 5 or more swimmers. I go, you reconnected on your surgery. And I was like, oh. I was like, okay,
Oh,
bye.
my God.
So
Yeah.
sat down with the wife. I was like, yeah, here you go. I showed her the thing. And she goes, oh, so you do have some live ones. I was like, yeah. So it looked like they snuck by. So
that's crazy, right?
yeah, it's crazy. So my son, we go to do the sonogram in March. I think, yeah, it was late March. We go to the sonogram and the ultrasound. Sorry, not sonogram. I think it's sonogram. Ultrasound. So we go to do the ultrasound, and we proceed to tell her, yeah, this was an oopsies type of deal. And she goes, then the ultrasound person proceeded to go, oh, you're fertile for each other. I almost jumped up and wanted to. I probably would have went to jail, whatever I'd done. But anyways, I was okay, fine, whatever. But we sat there and we go, okay, let's do this. He's a boy, and then
End result, right? You have beautiful little baby boy now.
September 2022, he was born. Redlands Community Hospital. Dude, he's 2 years old right now. Dude, that guy's awesome, man. That guy tears up my house like nobody's business. So
Congratulations, right? Things happen for a reason.
Yeah, but my daughter helps out too as well. She's 12, so I got a 12-year-old, 2-year-old. My daughter helps out. She's in middle school.
That's just a crazy story to me. I had to bring it up.
It's 10. Yeah, they're 10 years apart. Yeah, it's a crazy, and it's funny because my friends in Arizona tell that story, and I don't care, and whatever. But it's funny because their friends proceed to tell the story. They know it's my name.
So all of Arizona knows about your.
Pretty much. They go, Ivan and Maria. Oh yeah, let me tell you the story. Let me tell you. I was like, okay, I'm surprised we don't have a billboard up there. Please get your thing checked if you have one. I'm about to be the spokesperson for that surgery. So.
Well, I've heard you've done commercials before, so.
I have, yes. I've done one.
Might as well do another one, right?
Okay, one. Yeah, exactly. That's funny, man.
Well, I appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
As we close it up, what aspirations do you have? What's next for you?
As far as business wise are concerned, or just
business wise, life wise.
Life wise,
I mean, what's Ivan want to do or accomplish more?
I mean, look.
You're already super accomplished and blessed, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, family's first for me. It always has been. But as far as your health too as well, because if you don't have your health, you can't spend the money you're making, and you can't do good with it or whatever, or invest it in your family or whatever. So Always take care of your health. Always eat right, and
You
know what? And that's,
you've lost some weight lately.
yeah, I
You've been
did,
putting into it.
and that's the reason why I did it for my 2-year-old as well, because I'll be 60 years old when he graduates high school. So I could be like a 250-pound guy,
And
60 years old with diabetes or something like that.
Talk about 250-pound people, okay? Rude.
So that's the reason why. One of the reasons why I dropped weight. I dropped about 30 pounds, and I'm comfortable around 165. I was 195, dropped down to 167, 165, around there. So I'm very comfortable with that. When you lean over to tie your shoes and you're running out of breath, it's not a good sign.
Can't see your shoes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true too.
I've
You
been
got
there,
a point.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I wonder if I should start
What
doing
shoes
something
did I
about
put
it.
on today?
Yeah. But as far as work-wise, being part owner of Renco Sales is a good aspiration for me too as well. And you might be seeing that down the road. So
I believe it, man. You can make it happen.
yeah.
So, well, thanks for being here.
Of course, man. I had fun, man. It was awesome.
You're one of my guys, so I appreciate it.
That.
And
well, I appreciate me being the first guy, or second, or
first
third.
manufacturer rep, man,
Yeah.
on here. So
You're right.
We had our counter guys, Rob, Ebb, and Cody on.
That was
the
cool,
first
man.
one. So I wanted to get those clowns. I mean, employees out of the way.
They're your sons. Yeah. What are you talking about?
We're family there too.
I know
so.
you guys are.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Go Rinko Sales. Where can people find out about Rinko Sales?
Go to our website, www.rencosales.com. We also have our LinkedIn. We're one of the, we have more followers than anybody on LinkedIn as far as a manufacturer's rep in that department or that line of work out there too as well.
I've seen your posts.
And then our Instagram is just blowing up too as well. For manufacturer's reps, I believe social media is the future for us as the company. And also it's what we're starting to see with manufacturers starting to gauge you as well. So I don't know. So some people,
just so you know, I judge you regardless. So
I know you do. So does my wife. No, I'm kidding.
All right. Closing out. Like I'm going to try to say and see how it goes every episode. Water always wins. Thanks.